Today in the shop, we're gonna kick around some ideas for what we're gonna do with this, or maybe what we're gonna do with it.
So, Peyton, what do you think about the interior? What do you think we should do?
Yeah, the interior. I think we should just put like Clyde's boat seats in it, or in the back. Like,
Well, I'm talking about right here, though.
oh,
We're gonna cut some of this floor out, but what do we want to do as far as seats and that stuff?
I kind of like that bench though.
The bench?
Yeah.
We could look at the bench, the one that we took off the Speedster.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to put door panels and that stuff. I want to keep it pretty
I think
as
I
they
like.
came.
I think I like it just as is, but with a seat at least.
Well, yeah, we don't want to stand on the torque tube. Kind of hard to shift when you're standing on the torque tube.
Yeah.
What do you think of the blue door?
Blue door, I think we should keep it. It's kind of cool.
The foreman says that that's the thing that makes it just looks like we just threw it together. Like, well, I was like, but it's a race car, so maybe that's what we did.
That's kind of the point, though. We did throw it together.
Yep. So we have the spun aluminum tank, but I looked in here, and this is clean enough. We may be able to use this. I just have to make sure that the carburetor will get enough fuel from here. We don't even have to run a fuel pump or anything. So this is like spotless inside. So if we can run this, we might just run the old fuel tank up here.
So we don't have to use Derek's hack where it's like marbles in there and then soapy water and you don't?
Nope, it is just dusty in there. And I've got the shut off down here is missing. So we can just take air and blow it up in there.
All we gotta do is basically just rinse it out or whatever for like the dust. Cool.
For as cool as the top is, I don't think I want to run it right now.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I don't know, something about it just doesn't look right.
Well, not right now. I mean, I think it could over time, but I think there'd be some better money spent other places. I mean, we definitely won't get rid of it unless somebody wants to buy it.
For good stuff.
You in the back, you can call me, send a text, something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we did talk about the rumble seat, and what do you think about that?
I think what your idea was, like with the boat seats you told me earlier, with Clyde's boat seats, should be in there. I'll just,
Oh, so we can fold them flat and not worry about the...
Yeah, and not like...
We can definitely try it.
And then for like the seatbelts, I was thinking we could tuck it underneath the plywood.
Well, we've got metal to bolt it to right there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, we could do that too if there's no other option.
So last night I stayed up till 11 and I got the wires kind of untangled and out and we talked about where they're gonna go and that we're only gonna run that one taillight and how we're gonna do it. It's just gonna go in the back on the driver's corner. We actually did talk about mounting it right there just for fun, but I don't know if we're actually gonna do that or not. It's actually because Peyton's blocking it and you can't see where it's at.
Well.
Okay, so we already have kind of decided that we're gonna reuse the Speedster's floor anywhere that we can.
Over there.
You can see it's in the back there. We might use this tank, we might not. But I do want to relocate the battery from under the car to at least behind the seat, or at least run the terminals where we can at least charge the battery and that stuff instead of having to do that. I'm still going to cut an access hole in the floor, but you know, I just would like it a little bit easier to get to, and we can actually mount it to that brace right there.
Yeah. And speaking of like the rumble seat, I mean, we could run without a rumble seat, we could run with a rumble seat. I don't really mind it. It's a car.
Well, yeah.
I mean, whatever works out is the best.
We can definitely just leave it as a trunk. We can actually put hinges on the front of it and run it as a trunk that way if we want to as well.
I mean, either or, whatever works. Okay, we're gonna give you a quick walk around This door only needs a number. The baffles are staying in because I don't want to go deaf. The drivetrain is staying, so is the radiator and the headlights, because we know that they work. These tires going, or no, wheels, sorry, going. This gas tank, we could potentially use it, unless we have to use the aluminum one to put in the trunk. All we need to do on this door is put a number on it also. We're gonna fix some of the bigger dents back here, and we're gonna fix the handles. And then all we need to do is scrub the deck lid, and you already know about this. We're gonna use that for the floor. Okay, so we're gonna potentially use this seat for the interior. You already know about that gas tank. We could potentially use it unless we really have to. And you know about those wheels. Hopefully we're gonna go on there, or on the troublemaker, sorry.
Since Peyton you got to do the fun part with Peyton, now I'm gonna just kind of show you some up close stuff so this is for the amp gauge, because that's the only gauge I have in the dash, and probably gonna not use that because, let's face it, I'm not gonna look at it anyway. And we've got the switch here to actually turn everything on, and then we've got the lights. We got the fuel line here. I'm hoping to just be able to run it out of this guy, because that would be so much better. This thing's gross. It needs to be cleaned. All right. Hey, who let their bird in here? So we got a little bit with the steering. It's going to be pretty tight in here, but I'm hoping to put the seat back there. Oh yeah, we even have a use for the dash. I haven't decided. I think we might run this without a windshield and just wear a helmet and goggles. You know, just go cool style. And the top, you know, we're gonna probably not use right away because it's gonna take some a lot more soaking and moving around. But old blue door, you're staying. Number right there. Anybody remember the number? Put it down in the comments. All right. Grinder. No grinder. No, we don't take a grinder to the battery. That's bad. I'm gonna shut the lights off. Yep. All right. Well, we bored you enough with our Roadster. I think it's pretty self-explanatory what it's going to do. It's basically going to be a cut down, really slow car that we're going to pretend is a race car. What do you say?
Yeah.
40 horsepower. Blow your hair back, kids. Right? Might even make the beard move just a little. Oh, we should tell them about the thing.
Yeah.
So we have received countless, thousands of emails and text messages and
it's a lot.
Yeah, comments. Someone even did skywriting above the house. It was ridiculous about what we're going to do with the Sport Coupe. Well, here we go. We'll let you know right after the break.